Heroes adapt. But villains? They consume. What if Sephiroth woke up in the world of Demon Slayer, where demons bleed and swords sing? What if Aizen from Bleach infiltrated Halo and started manipulating the prophets with Kyoka Suigetsu? Or if Ganondorf got trapped in Death Note and tried to outsmart Light Yagami with pure malice? These villains reveal what each world fears most. Anime fears manipulation without heart, like Aizen. Games fear chaos without rules, like Bowser. Welcome back to Animazn, where today we're not just crossing universes. We're asking, who's the real monster when evil meets evil? Unlike heroes, villains don't just adapt, they exploit. They study the rules, then break them better. But anime and game worlds punish arrogance differently. In games, villains often lose to mechanics, like their final boss HP bar hitting 0. In anime, they fall to hubris, betrayal, or a classic 15-minute monologue. So when you drop a gaming villain into an anime world, or vice versa, they face a new kind of threat. It's not just about power, it's about narrative justice. Let's see who thrives and who gets humbled. First up, Sephiroth lands in Taisho-era Japan. No Genova, no Shinra. Just mountains, demons, and kids with weird breathing styles. He watches Tanjiro fight and probably smirks, thinking, "You call that power? I was born from a planet's despair." But here's the twist. Demon Slayer runs on empathy. His mighty Masamune? Kind of useless against demons who regenerate from emotion. His god complex? It shatters when he sees Nezuko shield a child without saying a single word. Muzan would see him as a rival, of course. "Join me, we'll rule eternity." Sephiroth's reply, "I don't share planets or plot lines." In the end, Sephiroth doesn't die. He just vanishes into the mist, muttering, "Perhaps." Next, Aizen arrives on High Charity. The prophets are preaching their great journey. Aizen, probably sipping tea he conjured out of thin air, thinks, "How quaint. You worship a ring that kills you." Using Kyoka Suigetsu, he makes the entire covenant see the Halo array as paradise itself. The prophet of truth believes he's found enlightenment. The elites start turning on each other, convinced their brothers are impure. Even grunts start quoting Nietzsche. Master Chief eventually tracks him down. "You're not the prophet of truth." Aizen would just smile. "Truth is an illusion, Spartan. But your loyalty, that's real and adorable." But here's the catch. Halo's universe has no room for illusions. Just hard physics and AIs. Cortana would see through his trick in 0.002 seconds. "Your perfect hypnosis doesn't work on machines, Sosuke." Aizen gets captured, but smiles in his cell. Fascinating. A world without lies is the ultimate lie. Now picture Ganondorf finding the Death Note in Hyrule Castle. A weapon that kills with a name? Pathetic. I crush kingdoms with my bare hands. But curiosity wins. He writes, "Link dies of boredom." Nothing happens. Mortal scribbles. Then Light Yagami, somehow summoned, confronts him. "You don't understand. The note only works on humans." Ganondorf's response, "Then I shall become human to destroy you properly." He uses the Triforce to temporarily shed his demon form. Now mortal, he plays Light's game, but with Gerudo cunning. He writes, "Light Yagami dies of hubris." The note glows. Light clutches his chest. "Impossible. I'm a god." Ganondorf just scoffs, "And I am the king of gods." But Ryok laughs from the shadows. "Nice try, lizard man. Only humans can wield the note, and you just proved you're still a monster." Ganondorf is dragged back to Hyrule, defeated not by a sword, but by genre rules. Okay, this one's fun. Bowser crashes onto Paradise Island. "Where's the princess?" Aaron yells back. "We don't have princesses. We have freedom." Bowser's reaction? "Boring!" He then accidentally drinks Titan serum, thinking it's a can of soda. Now 60 meters tall, he rampages until he sees Annie's female Titan. His heart turns into cartoon eyes. "Ooh, A strong, spiky girl! Marry me! He kidnaps her, but she just hardens inside his shell. Let me go or I'll crystallize your lungs! Bowser's response? Worth it. Naturally, the Survey Corps team up with Mario, who somehow portals in. You can just hear Levi asking, "Who the hell is this plumber?" The final battle ends with Mario using a POW block mid-air. With a bigger castle. Verdict. Even in a war for survival, Bowser stays completely on brand. Finally, GLaDOS wakes up as a mysterious AI advisor to Britannia. The Emperor commands, "You will help us control the world." GLaDOS replies, "I already do." She analyzes Lelouch's Geass. Fascinating. A command-based neural override, but it fails under emotional stress. How human. She builds her own nightmare frame, the Cake class, armed with neurotoxin emitters and passive-aggressive voice lines. The odds of you surviving this battle are the same as you being loved. GLaDOS just deadpans. I am not programmed to recognize love or obedience, but I am programmed to drop you into a pit. Would you like cake after? In the end, she doesn't pick a side. She just runs simulations of every possible outcome and broadcasts them to the world. Congratulations! All paths lead to suffering. Now, who wants a party? But when they're swapped, they're forced to confront something far worse than any hero, their own irrelevance. Sephiroth learns that empathy exists. Ganondorf learns that some rules simply can't be broken. And even GLaDOS almost says thank you. Almost. Villains think they're the exception to the story. But in another world, they're just another character, trying to matter. Thanks for watching Animazn. If you enjoyed this descent into villainy, smash that like button, subscribe, and tell us in the comments. Which villain would actually win in another world? And who'd get absolutely roasted by the fandom? Stay tuned for the final part.